Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. My name is Fajar Wahyudi, and today I will talk about exercise to improve short-term memory. So on this topic, I will explain what is the correlation between short-term memory and interpreting, and what are the exercise to improve short-term memory. So for the first is, what is the correlation between short-term memory and interpreting? The language task of interpreting require memorying, and interpreter are expected to outperform corresponding bilingual control on both short-term memory or STM and working memory WM. However, apart from consistent evidence supporting such an interpreter advantage in updating, there is no conscious in the literature on the existence of an interpreter advantage in a memory span. Moreover, the proficiency of the interpreter greatly mitigated the existence of such an advantage, with no advantage for novice interpreters and no differences between advanced and experienced interpreters. Discuss training and its impact on bilingual utility. And for the next is, what are the exercise to improve short-term memory? So the first is shadowing. The shadowing involves repeating what the speaker say word for word in the same language. Normally, the interpreter will be a word or two behind the speaker as one repeats what has been said. And next is shadowing with twist. As in the first exercise, this involves repeating exactly what the speaker say in the same language. But however, in this exercise, repetition takes place after short pause of the speaker, making the exercise similar to consecutive interpreting. Next is foreshadowing with twist. This exercise should only be done when the previous one are mastered, and mainly when you can repeat long text without problem. Next is attentive listening for the key element. Of course, carefully listening is an important element for memory recall. If have not listened to something carefully, it will be impossible to remember later. First, attentive listening requires identifying speech key point. For example, you should be capable of listening the short narrative or a descriptive text and answer the key question who, what, when, where, why, how. While it might not always possible answer this question in every case, and the ability to answer most of a problem prove that you're listening carefully to take the key point. Next is progressively expanding the capacity to recall. The interpreter should listen to the text once and identify the main idea, and hearing the text in the second time, the interpreter should be able to add more detail to the main ideas. By the last pass, the interpreter should be able to recall all the details. Next is visualization. Most of people are visual learner, and this is they remember things that they are see better than something they are told it read on paper. Next is segmentation, and this exercise based on a concept that is easier to retain number of a limit chunk with the information just one or two large dense chunks. Next is recognizing incoherent or ambiguous message. So incoherent and ambiguous speech are hard to remember, so this exercise aims to help you recognize incoherent ambiguity in a speech, which is itself also a way to recall the speech. And the last one is remembering message you disagree or with find offensive. So this is confirmation bias, describe the tendency to favor information that confirm one personal belief or hypothesis, and people display this bias when they collect or recall information selectively or when they interpret information in a biased way. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.